Hey guys, welcome back to BCMN Bracketology. We are finally back with another video. I know we haven't been posting in a while, so this is kind of our efforts to get back into this. We're so sorry for the delay, but we hope you enjoy the video. Please drop down in the comments anything that you like, dislike, or any comments about some of our takes. But yeah, thank you again, and feel free to subscribe. We're going to be uploading some more content, hopefully reviving this channel a little bit, but we appreciate all of you guys, and we've gotten so many requests for this video, so let's hop right into it. First, we got Duke versus Siena. Pretty easy Duke pick right there.
Next, we got the best 8-9 matchup, Ohio State versus TCU. Both teams great. I just think Ohio State's been a hotter team and has a better player, so give me Ohio State.
Awesome. Now we're looking at St. John's versus Northern Iowa. St. John's got a little disrespected, I think, with this seeding line. Northern Iowa, a good team to squeeze into the tournament, but St. John's just won the Big East. They just beat UConn. 2 of those 3 games that they played them, an elite defense, and I just think Northern Iowa is going to have such trouble moving the ball.
Next, we got Kansas versus Cal Baptist, and I apologize to Cal Baptist because Dominique Daniels is an elite player, but Darren Peterson is the best player in the country right now. Give me Kansas.
Next, we got Louisville versus South Florida. Louisville finally getting a little bit healthier. They're a solid team. They definitely could make a run down this tournament if they were able to win this game, but they're playing against a team in the American that is sneaky good that no one's really talked about this year. They've got 3 5-star recruits throughout college, and Isaiah Nelson, who's been absolutely unbelievable, 1 American Player of the Year. They got C.J. Brown and Wes Ennis, who's a terrific 3-point shooter and can score at every single level. They're all experienced. They're very good, and I think South Florida is going to win this tournament and potentially make a Cinderella run.
Next, we got Michigan State versus NDSU. Simple, don't bet against Izzo in March.
Awesome. Now we got UCLA, UCF. I think this is one of the more easy 7-10 matchups to pick. UCLA, a great team, came off a good run in the Big Ten tournament. They got Donovan Dent, who's just been absolutely spectacular. Also, KenPom metrics, they're a lot stronger than this UCF team. So definitely going to take UCLA here.
Next, we got UConn Furman. Once again, don't sweat it. Don't overthink it. Give me UConn.
All right, now we're going to go to the left side of the bracket. Even further down, we got Florida, Lehigh. We're going to take Florida there.
Next, we got Clemson, Iowa. Remember the name, Bennett Sturts. He is an elite player. He won last year on Drake in the tournament. Same coach, same player. Give me Iowa.
Next, we got Vanderbilt versus McNeese. Vanderbilt just came off a hot run in the SEC, being able to knock off Florida. McNeese, congrats. They just beat SF Austin in a little bit of an upset game, or I guess it was a pretty close game. They just had Jahavan Garcia, who is an elite shooter, was just playing terrific. Shot like over 50% from 3 throughout that tournament. They could pull off an upset here, but I definitely think Vanderbilt's just going to push the pace and push that tempo.
Next, we got Nebraska versus Troy. A lot of people want to take Troy. I really want to take Troy. Nebraska's never won a March Madness game, but they're going to get it done this time. Peyton Stanford, Fred Hoiberg. Give me Nebraska.
Next, we got UNC VCU. This is a fun 6-11 matchup just because of how close the spread is on this game. If you're picking upsets, definitely, we definitely like picking upsets. VCU is a fun one. Just won the A10. UNC coming off a loss to Clemson in which they didn't look too solid. And then they got murdered by Duke the game before. And we're liking we're VCU with this game coming out of the A10 pretty hot.
Next, we got Illinois versus Penn. Both teams are great. Both teams have great star power. Literally, Penn has TJ Power, an elite scorer, clutched up, very against Yale in the Ivy League tournament. But Illinois has too much size, too much firepower. Give me Illinois.
Next, we got St. Mary's versus A&M. Both solid teams, but St. Mary's is for sure the better analytically and sound team. They did lose just now to Santa Clara in the conference tournament, but they're much better defensively, and honestly, they're pretty similar offensively, so we think St. Mary's defense will get it done.
Next, we got Houston, Idaho. Once again, don't overthink it. Houston is one of the best KenPom teams. They're one of the best teams in the country. Pick Houston.
Awesome. Now going back up to the top left, we got Duke versus Siena. Not Duke versus Siena. Duke versus Ohio State. Ohio State, we're sorry to come to an end, but Duke's winning this one.
Next, we got an elite 4-5 matchup, St. John's, Kansas. Both teams are incredible. I think St. John's didn't deserve to be a 5 seed, like he said earlier. Darren Peterson, best player in college, really hard, but you really want to choose the people that want to be on the court. I don't know how much Darrell Peterson will play. Give me St. John's in the defense.
Yeah, Patino's going to lock him up that one. Next, we got Michigan State and South Florida. South Florida, if they're able to win this game, I could see them making a run. I just don't think you can go against Izzo in March. He's such a spectacular coach, and Jeremy Fears is going to pull some strings in this tournament. Cohen Carr is just going to be able to be a great matchup for Isaiah Nelson. Definitely is going to be able to dog him a little bit there and actually body him, unlike those kind of big guys in Louisville. So Michigan State's going to win it.
Next, we got UCLA UConn. By far my favorite 7 or 10 against the 2. Both teams are amazing, have great chemistry on the floor, team basketball. UCLA just doesn't have as much experience as UConn. It's hard to bet against Dan Hurley in March as well. Give me UConn and the experience.
Awesome. Now we're going down to the bottom left. We got Florida versus Iowa. 2 sound teams. We just think Florida, KenPom metrics, looking at it, they dominate them in every category, though. So Florida's going to win this one.
Next, we got Vanderbilt versus Nebraska. Nebraska, congratulations. You won a game in March Madness. Nebraska had 2 months, while Vanderbilt has consistently not turned the ball over and played amazing. Give me Vandy by 15.
Next, we got a good VCU matchup versus Illinois. I honestly think Illinois is just going to blow them out in this one. Illinois is such a big team. They're gonna have VCU's gonna have trouble rebounding. They've only got 1 6'11" dude, Lazar Djokovic, and Illinois has 7 guys who are foreigners who are better and can out rebound the ball better. You've got both Ivasic's, and they're just dominant. They're gonna get a million offensive boards, and VCU's not gonna be able to pull together enough stops.
Next, we got St. Mary's Houston, and I'm a big fan of St. Mary's. They shoot the ball well. They play defense very well. They have good size. But Houston's just a little better. While I do like Maraskis on St. Mary's, Flemings, the freshman, is elite. He is incredible. While they don't have as great of a defense as they did last year, they make up for it on offense. Give me Houston.
Awesome. Going back to the top left, we got Duke St. John's. Now, this is one of those really fun matchups where we kind of get to see 2 elite teams really face off for the first time in March. 2 actual, I'd even say, title contenders. St. John's has one of the best defenses in college basketball. Duke's got one of the best offenses and one of the best defenses. Just too elite of a team for Pitino to stop defensively. And I think Duke's going to pull away with this one.
Next, we got MSU versus UConn, an amazing matchup. Both teams play great team basketball. Michigan State led by Jeremy Fears. While people think he's unethical, he's very good at basketball. UConn got solo ball and Caravan. Been here before. Can they do it again? I'm going to take the coaching in Tom Izzo and the complete team. Watch out for the name Cohen Carr, MSU.
Awesome. Now looking at the bottom, we got Florida Vanderbilt. Little SEC rematch. A lot of people want to point towards Vandy, saying they've done it before. They won by 17 before. How are we not taking Vandy? And we're here to tell you that Florida's going to win this game just because they shot the ball terribly. They turned the ball over against Vandy, but they were still beating them on a lot of important metrics. They were outboarding them. They were getting a lot of steals equivalently, a lot of blocks, and they were just both fouling. The whistle was blowing a little questionably in that game, and I think Vandy was just shooting the ball amazingly, shooting almost 50% from 3, while Florida really couldn't get a shot to fall, and I think Florida's looks were still very good, and if they shot free throws better, it would have been a lot closer down the stretch. We're going to take Florida here.
Next, we got Illinois-Houston, and another amazing 3-2 matchup. Both teams have been incredible almost all year. Houston taking teams like Arizona to the wire, beating Iowa State. They're great offensively and defensively. They just lack a little bit of size, which is Illinois' specialty. Illinois is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation, led by Keaton Wagler.
Keaton Wagler.
Wagler and the Ivasic twins. They're huge. Also, watch out for Boswell. Boswell is fantastic. He's the glue of the team. He moves the ball well. He defends well. Give me Illinois in the slight upset on Houston.
Awesome. Now we got Duke versus Michigan State. What a good rematch. This happened earlier in the year, in early December in East Lansing. Duke was able to win that one. We think they're going to be able to win it again, especially on a neutral site. You just got you got the Boozers, and you got Kamenia, who is an absolute beast. Who's going to be really good against this Michigan State team. I think they're going to do very well in their defensive scheme and be able to just get enough boards to really keep the ball moving on offense. Michigan State's a terrific defensive team, but Duke's just been so good at being able to get boards, get second chance looks, and just kind of extend their lead with their pace of play.
Next, we got Florida, Illinois. A great game. Florida is elite, has very similar team as last year. Not as good because Walter Clayton was amazing. But Tyler Howe and Condon are still here. Illinois, also great, has similar experience, not with the same people, but the very similar team and the coach. I'm going to give the slight edge to Illinois because the backcourt of Florida has been very inconsistent. Boogie Flynn and Xavier Lee, while have been good at points, have been very inconsistent. Sometimes can't shoot the ball. Illinois has been very consistent. Give me Illinois.
Awesome. So now moving on to the right side of the bracket, we're going to speed it up a little bit for you guys just so you don't have to sit through all of our talking. But we got Arizona LIU, fins up and fins down. This team is gone. Arizona moving on. Going to fix this typo with Arizona real quick. All right.
Villanova, Utah State. I think Villanova is very overrated. They don't have very many great wins. They just lost to Georgetown. Give me good defense, Utah State.
Awesome. Now we got Wisconsin High Point. We both wish High Point had a different 5 seed. Wisconsin's just such a solid team, beating Illinois in that Big Ten tournament. We're going to put Wisconsin here.
Next, Arkansas, Hawaii. Arkansas, don't overthink it. They have one of the best players in the country right now.
Next, we got BYU versus Texas or NC State. I do think it'll be NC State winning this game, but BYU is better just overall. Their offense isn't spectacular, and they're just not going to be able to get stopped.
Gonzaga, Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State, not amazing team in my opinion. Congrats on making the tournament. Gonzaga has 3 losses this year. They've been elite in almost every game. Give me Gonzaga.
Awesome. Now we got Miami, Florida versus Missouri. On a neutral court, I'm taking Miami, Florida. But this is not a neutral court. This is a home game for Missouri, playing practically 20 miles away. Every single fan is going to be there for Missouri showing out in some SEC fashion. And Miami, Florida doesn't really play that great on the road. I'm taking Missouri here.
Now we got Purdue versus Queens. Cue the music. Queens, small. 2,000 people go to this school on the North Carolina East Coast, and they have 6 players averaging double digits. Purdue played amazing. Just won the Big Ten tournament. What happened last time they won the Big Ten tournament? Uh-oh, here comes Fairleigh Dickinson. Uh-oh, here comes North Texas. Give me Queens.
Bang! All right, now we got Michigan, UMBC. UMBC, they've done it before. They're not doing it again. Michigan's going to win by 60.
Next, we got Georgia, St. Louis. I love both these teams. I'm going to give the edge to Georgia. Even though St. Louis has 5 players that can shoot the ball very well, they have not played well in about a month. Give me Georgia.
Yeah, Denny's, he's terrible. Now we got Texas Tech versus Akron. Akron's the best team in the MAC. I don't care what all you Ohio fans like. Oh, Akron's legit, but Texas Tech without their best player, we could see this being an upset pick. A lot of people are going to want to tank it and point to it, but I think this is one of those that gets overemphasized, and Texas Tech will get it done.
Kind of in a similar note, Alabama versus Hofstra. A lot of people want to take Hofstra, and now that Alabama's second player is off the team, they really want to take Hofstra. I think it doesn't matter. Alabama has the fastest pace in the entire country, and they're going to run Hofstra out the gym.
Next, we got Tennessee versus Ohio or SMU. It will be SMU, just a little sneak peek for anyone wondering. But Tennessee's going to win this one. They're such a balanced team and having a top 40 offense and a top 40 defense. KenPom loves them. We love them. Tennessee's going to win this one.
By the way, disagree. Ohio's going to win that game and then lose to Tennessee. Next, we got Virginia versus Wright State. Virginia, this is the best offense we've seen from a very defensive-minded team in a long time. Give me Virginia by 40.
Next, we got Kentucky, Santa Clara. Kentucky's a sketchy team this year. They've been solid in some games, but they're pretty inconsistent. And when you need a bucket in March, it's a little scary. We could see them making the run to the Elite Eight, but we're going to take them out first round.
Next, we got Iowa State, Tennessee State. Don't overthink it. Iowa State's elite. Iowa State.
Awesome. Now we got Arizona, Utah State. Not a close one, Arizona.
Wisconsin, Arkansas, an amazing 4-5 matchup. Both teams have been on fire recently. Both teams have amazing backcourts. But I'm going to stick with the best player on the court, Acuff, elite player, elite bucket getter. You do not understand how good this is. Watch a game. Watch how much he hustles. Arkansas.
Now we got BYU versus the Zags. One of these teams has lost to Portland. The other has not. We are taking the one that has not lost to Portland and has the top 3 player in the country in AJ Dubbanza.
Next, we got Missouri versus Queens. Queens, Cinderella run comes to an end because Missouri has a home court advantage. I personally think it's horrible that a 10 seed can get advantage. Not that I'm dissing Missouri. They're not bad at all. They shoot the ball fairly well. They play hard. I'm not dissing them, but they're going to kill Queens.
Next, we got Michigan, Georgia. Michigan just beats them in every metric. They beat them on the boards. They beat them offensively. They're a better turnover. They turn the ball. They turn the other team over more. They're going to win this game by a lot.
Next, we got Texas Tech, Bama. Both teams missing top players on the team. Texas Tech just has not been the same since they've lost Toppin. Toppin was a top 10 player in the country. Bama is going to outrun them, outwork them. Give me Bama.
Next, we got Virginia versus Tennessee. We got a battle of some very solid teams. Both played very well as of recently. Virginia had a great run in the ACC tournament, nearly knocking off Duke. They're led by Sam Lewis and Malik Thomas. Got a really great backcourt in those two. They've got some size too. Tennessee's balanced overall. Virginia's more balanced. The metrics love Virginia. We're taking Virginia.
Next, we got Santa Clara versus Iowa State. Santa Clara is very tall team. They play very hard. They've had decent competition in WCC. Iowa State's had way better competition in the Big 12. They're defensively elite. And remember the name I can't even say it. Momcilovic. He is an elite shooter and he gets open. He's incredible. He's honestly incredible. It is speechless. You should have watched him in the last game against Arizona. Give me Iowa State.
Now we got Arizona versus Arkansas. Darius Acuff is so unbelievably good. But Arizona's just got so many weapons that we just don't think that. I think we think there's too many mismatches outside of Acuff to be able to win this game. I mean, you've got 5 players, and Bradley, Burries, Pete, who are just absolutely spectacular for Arizona.
Next, we got BYU, Missouri. Finally, Missouri on a neutral court. I mean, even if Missouri was at home this game, I think BYU would have beaten them. AJ Dubbanza is the best player in the country. He proves he's NBA level. This whole team plays like an NBA team. They're great. BYU.
Next, we got Michigan versus Alabama. This hasn't happened this year, but we've seen Michigan play some teams in the SEC, beating Auburn by 30. They murder these teams with strong offenses and pretty okay defenses. Michigan's just going to be able to get those stops that they need and be able to just keep scoring without Alabama being able to stop them. Michigan is so favored in this one, and it's not going to be close.
Next, we got Virginia, Iowa State. 2 teams that are great defensively and offensively. Both made great runs in their tournament. It's very hard to pick this matchup I'm going back and forth, but I'm going to take Iowa State. They've been playing elite recently, even though they're not winning every game. They beat Texas Tech on the road by 20, almost beat Arizona on the road twice. They're a great team. Give me Iowa State.
Now we got Arizona BYU to make the Final Four. We got a little rematch of earlier this year. When they played last, the officiating was absolute garbage. It was completely in favor. So the second time they won, Arizona clearly won that game. The first time, BYU came back at the end. It was a close game. It shouldn't have been. The officiating was terrible for anyone who watched it. Arizona was probably up 10 to 15 points, and BYU proceeded to get every single call down the road. Maybe they can pay their way to win March Madness and get these good players again, but Arizona's just a better team.
Next, we got Michigan, Iowa State. A very good matchup. Michigan has been elite almost all year until the Big Ten championship where they lost to Purdue. Iowa State's been amazing too, sticking with every team, beating a bunch of amazing teams in the Big 12. Once again, a lot of people love Yaxo Lendenborg. I'm going to stick with the best player on the court, Mamit Celovic. He is an elite. He gets space. He's an elite shooter, I promise. He's a 6'8" wing, comes out. He's going to torch Lendenberg. Give me Iowa State.
Next, we got Duke versus Illinois in our Final Four matchup, a little rematch of Madison Square Garden last year. Illinois is a very big team and shoots the ball well. We're a little worried they rely too much on their offensive ability, and if they get cold down the stretch, they like to settle for threes. If Jake Davis can get hot, if Humrickhouse can get hot, those guys, kind of those 6'7" guys in the lineup. Stojakovic should be sitting on the bench the entire game. He's absolute garbage. We might have a separate video on our Stojakovic hatred, but Duke is just too defensively sound to let Keaton go to work and put up a 30 or 40-point game like he did against Purdue. Michigan's beat them earlier in the year and took care of business pretty easily, and we think Duke's pretty similarly structured to Michigan in terms of just having that elite offense, the size, and the defense. So Duke's going to win this one.
Next, we got probably the hardest thing I've ever had to decide. Arizona, Iowa State, a third rematch. When I played sports, they told me it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And it's impossible, almost impossible to beat a team 3 times. Iowa State's only getting better each time, almost won on the road, almost won on a neutral site. Now they're in Indianapolis, more of a home game for Iowa State. They just played a couple weeks ago. Very close game. Arizona shot 50% from 3. If they do that again, fine. They might win. Iowa State, consistent team basketball. Mamit Celovic, he's going to show you why he's amazing. Iowa State to the finals.
All right, now we got our elite defense versus Duke. Who's going to win this one? The metrics say Duke. Duke is one of the best teams we've seen in 30 years of basketball, according to KenPom. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous what John Shire's been able to create in a team just after Cooper Flagg. Another one of those elite teams has left, and so we really are just struggling not to take Duke in this one. And so they've just been so strong defensively, only letting up 89 points a possession while scoring 128 points in 100 possessions. And so they're in a 100 possession game. They're outscoring by 30 points this season, which is just absolutely terrific. Duke's just such an elite team, and we don't think that Iowa State's defense is going to even be able to. Their offense isn't going to be able to score enough to keep up with Duke's offense, just because of how good their defense is as well. And so we're taking Duke this year. We have won and picked the right team for 3 straight years, I guess. We're hopeful to take it for a 4th, but we appreciate all of you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. We're going to be posting a lot more content. When football season starts turning around, we're going to be talking more about that. A little bit of baseball here and there. Who knows? We're going to be reviving this channel. We appreciate you all for listening. We hope you have a great day.